What's up, YouTube? Que lo que? My name is Christian Ramos, and I'm the one, the only, the curl puppy. And me and my best friend are going to be talking about protective styles today. So stay tuned. Let's go.
You are now watching The Curl Poppy.
All right, guys, for those of you who do not know, this is my best friend, Simmie.
Hey, guys.
And if you watched the last video I had her on, we were talking about, it was titled, My Best Friend's a Product Junkie, and we went over all of the different hair products that she uses and her whole entire collection. And you guys have been asking for me to do another video with her. And here she is. I'm gonna link that video up in the cards above. Make sure you check it out after watching this video. So, Simmie,
What's up?
You have been using protective styles for a very, 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 very long time now. At least 2-3 years, right?
Yes, definitely.
And what we call you? The protective style what? Mommy.
Mommy.
She's a protective style mommy.
You already know.
And literally, you always go like a month or two, right? With a protective style. Then
Yeah,
you go
like
natural for like about a month.
Yeah, like for a good 4 to 6 weeks, I would say, definitely. I don't want to go no more than 6 weeks with a protective style, obviously, because to prevent breakage and things of that nature. But I love wearing a protective style. You just get up in the morning, you just go. Take off the scarf and just go. Or you just gotta lay down your edges and that's it.
That's it, you keep it pushing.
Oh,
all right,
Lord.
so what would you describe to the audience as a protective style? Like, what is a protective style?
Well, for me, a protective style means that, you don't have to basically do your hair. I like that. That's the best part, especially when you got to get up early in the morning. So,
yeah.
Because when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. But, you just don't have to, you really don't have to do your hair. Like,
yeah, you just keep it pushing.
Honestly. And anything could be almost anything could be pretty much a protective style. Like right now, as you can see, I got braids. There's passion twist, Havaiana twist, there's flat twist, there's weaves, there's wigs, braids, there's... It's a lot. Like
locks,
crocheting.
There's a lot that can be considered a protective style. And when I was actually looking up research for the video, buns, pineapple updos are protective styles. So the basic definition of a protective style is a style that, number one, protects your hair from everyday radicals, but then also you don't have to manipulate or use product or even do it. The biggest thing is that you're not tugging or pulling on your hair to prevent breakage and damage overall to your hair.
Absolutely. That's what we don't want.
So I have a few questions while we sipping on some wine, because we sipping on some, this is dry. It's not... We thought it was about a sweet wine, and this ended up being a dry wine, but we're gonna drink it anyway. I try to put some grapes in there to try to make it a little sweeter, and that it's not working right now. But cheers to you, best friend. Thank you for being a part of this video.
Though. I think it'll do the job and get us drunk.
It better get us drunk. We paid some good money for this.
Shoot, the name is the audacity. I'll just say that.
All right, so I have a couple of questions that I want to ask you from your experience, from someone who only uses protective styles, and maybe someone in the audience can relate, or if someone is thinking about doing a protective style, you can give them a little bit more information, because obviously I don't use protective styles.
Right.
I'm the curl poppy. I have done braids before, obviously, but braids, I don't do them often because, and I've told you this before, whenever I do braids, I feel like when I'm taking off my braids, I have more fallout than I would have just regularly wearing my hair curly, and that always scares me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm breaking my hair, I'm damaging my hair. Like, why are braids effing up my hair?
It's the shedding portion, because you gotta remember, your hair's not being manipulated or brushed or anything for a certain amount of time. So of course, you're gonna shed more once your hair is like, especially if your hair is like in synthetic hair or human hair, your hair is entwined or entangled, like an entanglement.
Yeah.
With other hair products, and of course you're gonna have a lot of shedding when it comes out.
But she be thinking I'm overreacting. I'm like, no, bitch, my shit is falling out more than normal.
Overreacting. Even my mother told him he's overreacting.
She did, whatever. But anyway, so Simmie, how long have you, and we kind of answered this a little bit, but in your words, how long have you been wearing protective styles?
Man. Yeah, 2, almost 3 years to be exact, to be honest. But it really kicked into full drive during the pandemic because, you know,
everything was closed.
Everything was closed.
You couldn't go to any beauty salon.
I couldn't go to any beauty salons.
And even if you knew somebody that would braid your hair, like, did they really want you coming over and potentially giving them some stuff?
Yeah, you didn't want to risk getting COVID at all. And then also, I do work in a hospital, so to avoid all of that too, I was like, let me just put my hair up in a protective style, just be able to get up and go and not have to worry about manipulating my hair. And, you know, with us constantly washing our hands and all of that stuff, it could be annoying.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a lot.
It is.
So, and even when the panorama, I call it the panorama, even when the panorama started, like, people didn't even know if you could spread that into your hair.
Facts. That was a big
Because I was scared. I was like, ooh, what if somebody puts it on my hair and I touch my hair? Because I'm always touching my hair. I'm like, what if I touch my hair, then I touch my face? Like, oh, God.
Listen, I had no shame spraying Lysol
on your hair.
I was not taking any chances.
You was not spraying Lysol.
Like I said, I was working in the hospital. I was not taking any chances.
Okay?
So I was smelling like some coconut oil, some freaking black castor oil, and some Lysol. Okay, I was safety and moisturized. All right.
All right, so what made you get into wanting to wear protective styles? Because we've known each other for 9 years now.
Yeah.
And I don't ever really remember you ever being into protective styles. Like, you would put on weave once in a while, like for a special occasion, like a birthday or something like that. But you were never really into protective styles. So what made you get into wanting to do protective styles?
Honestly, y'all want to know the truth? I don't like getting up every morning doing my hair.
I ain't got time for that.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to keep it a G. I hate wash days. I do them, but I hate them with a passion.
It takes so long.
Because a wash day is literally a wash day. And then, you know, they always say, oh, it's a wash and go. No, the hell it's not.
No.
It's like 18 steps.
There's no such thing as a wash and go.
Exactly. That's
especially
a lot.
if you're the type of person, like me, I don't know about you, but for me, I wash my hair once a week. And
me too.
I need to be doing a mask. I need a shampoo, conditioner.
Yeah.
I do the tea rinses,
hair treatments.
So it's a. Listen, by the time I get to you styling, you're already tired.
And then I gotta do 2-strand twist or something like that. It's just so much going on. And honestly, I just was like, you know what? And Sundays will always be my wash day. So,
Sundays is my wash day.
Yeah, so I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of this.
And I don't push it longer than an extra day, which would be like Monday. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just tired of this. Let me just start putting it up.
I honestly thought that you started getting into protective styles because you wanted to grow out your hair.
Honestly, I will say that is the benefit. Once I noticed, that was another thing that kept me going with doing the protective styles, because I did notice that without me manipulating my hair so much often, it was actually growing twice as long as it was.
Well, let me stop you right there, because the next question is, what are some of the benefits that you've seen from wearing protective styles?
Honey child, this new growth is not a game, okay? This new growth is definitely not a game. My hair likes to be input. It does not like to be manipulated. It likes to just stay put, wash and cleanse, and keep it going. So that's one thing I will definitely say. I've noticed a tremendous amount of hair growth, and my hair has also gotten thicker too.
Okay, so how long do you normally leave a protective style on your head for?
No more than 6 weeks. 4 to 6.
4 to 6 weeks?
Yes, 6 weeks is tops. I will not go nowhere past 6 weeks.
And also, the last video you guys saw, she didn't wear a protective style because she was actually letting her hair breathe. And now you see her in a protective style. So how long have you had this protective style on for?
Wow, we're in March right now. So I've had this protective style since February 26th.
I think of March.
Yeah.
We got like 2 days left.
Yeah. So,
Thursday the 1st.
So yeah, February 26th is when I got this done.
Okay, so about a month.
Yeah, so about a month going.
And a little bit over.
So I'm getting ready to literally take it out.
So like 5 weeks.
Yeah, about 5 weeks. So this is the point where sis is going to take it out this Sunday, okay?
You itching to take it off.
Bro, I'm not even going to lie. I'm tired of doing the project pat. I am
that's why I take off my braids whenever I do wear braids, because I'm like, oh, this itches. I need to get in there. Bruh. And then you start doing the project pat and you're like, oh, this is not helping.
Yo, people at work make fun of me all the time. I be like, yo, they be like, why don't you just scratch? I'm like, because I'm not trying to get no scabs in my scalp or anything.
Oh, I wonder if using dry, now that I think about it, I wonder if using dry shampoo would help out with the itch. You think that would help?
I don't know.
We gotta try it.
We definitely.
On next protective style, once you get an itch, I have a little sample of a dry shampoo that you can use and see if it works.
Let's see, guys. You see him trying to talk me into things. This one over here with the experiments.
I wouldn't be the curl poppy if I didn't suggest things to you.
We will try. We will try. I am open to it, but I don't think it's going to work.
Okay. Yeah, that's not for our type of hair. But anyway.
I didn't want to say it, but you did.
And that's like a black and white answer. But anyway, why are you laughing? Anyway, so Simmie, what is the maintenance process for you? Like in terms of upkeep, can you shampoo your hair when it's in a protective style? Do you use products when your hair is in a protective style?
Absolutely. You gotta.
What is like the general upkeep for protective styles?
For me, first things first. You ain't spend all of this bread right here to get something like this done or a different protective style without tying your damn hair down. Okay? That's first thing first. I do not go to bed without a bonnet, a scarf, or a silk satin pillowcase. I will not. Even if I take a nap for a little bit, I wake the hell up and put my damn bonnet on. Like once I realize it's off, it gotta come back on. Like I make sure it is tied down. That's the first thing. The second thing is I definitely make sure I use hair oil for my scalp to keep my scalp moisturized. You gotta keep your scalp moisturized because you don't want your scalp to dry. And right now we're in the wintertime with these types of styles. Your hair tends to dry out.
No, we're in spring, boo boo already. The 20th was the first day of spring.
Well, I had this in February. Sorry.
Yeah, you had your.
I had my hair done in February. Sorry,
so
guys.
So it was the winter.
So it was technically the winter, and you know when your scalp is exposed when you get braids, as you can see. So of course I had to make sure my hair was well moisturized, and also I like to call this hair maintenance. I do wash my hair every 2 weeks, but depending on what protective style I have in, like for instance, I have braids right now. So the main thing about washing with braids is that you have to cleanse your scalp. You're not gonna cleanse and do all of this with the braids. You don't want to do all of this like shampoo.
It's literally just your scalp.
It's
and will that
scalp.
mess up the style?
Yes, it will become frizzy if you
No, but I'm saying like if you're shampooing your scalp, would that like ruin the style that you have on your hair?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't at all. That's what I thought at first.
Because when they're connecting the braids, it's obviously from the root.
Right. No.
Okay.
That's why I wait 2 weeks.
So you can definitely shampoo your hair.
You definitely can. You can actually condition it too.
Okay.
I recently found that out, that you can actually condition it.
Because, you know, obviously I'm not wearing braids like the style that you're wearing.
Right.
But whenever I've had braids, I'm always like, oh, you can't shampoo braids. Or you can't like mess with it too much.
No, you can definitely do it. You can definitely do hair maintenance. You will wash your scalp. What you do is you put the shampoo in. You just literally go like this in your head and get in your scalp. Because you want all the dryness, too much product buildup, especially because a lot of people sweat. Because I'm in the gym right now, so I'm sweating a lot. That's another reason why I also got a protective style too, is because now I exercise on a consistent basis. So with that being said, again, I don't want to have to get up every single morning and actually have to do my hair all the time once it's sweated out. So this also
How often do you shampoo?
Every 2 weeks.
Okay. And normally, if you don't have a protective style, how often would you wash your hair?
Once a week.
Once a week?
Once a week. And, put hair mask and etc. And it's a whole process. That is the wash day process. So.
But you would just wash your hair if you have a protective style in your hair.
would literally just
But you wouldn't do anything else?
Wash my hair. I would put hair oil into it once it's done. Because, I get a microfiber towel. after to get as much of the water out of it as much, because this does get heavy. Yeah. Once you wash it, it does get heavy. So, and you want your braids to dry fully through. So I make sure I do it at a reasonable amount of time so that it can air dry before I go to sleep. Some people like to put the what is that called? The cap on for the blow dryer.
Yeah, like a blow dryer cap.
Yeah, the blow dryer cap.
To help dry out the roots
as well too. You do want your roots to be dry, especially if you wear weave. That is very important because you have braids underneath and then everything else is threaded. Mm-hmm. It can, if it's not fully dry underneath there with your braiding, you can get mold and mildew in there.
And it be funky sometimes.
And it smells funky. So when certain protective styles...
My nose is very sensitive. Mm-hmm. And I can smell like... funky hair.
You had somebody dirty weave in your face before? No,
like, and you could be like down the block and I'll smell it. Like, that's how sensitive my nose is. I'll be like, ooh, you need to wash your hair, because that is no bueno.
See what he's saying? So with that being said, certain protective styles, you have to make sure you actually fully blow dry it. And when you wear weave too, which is a protective style, you do have to do hair maintenance as well. Because when I would wear weave, I literally would go to the hair salon, just like I would get, like if I was to get a wash and blow dry, wash and set, or whatever you would call it, I would do it the same way. I would treat my weave exactly the same, because you gotta remember, it still is human hair.
Yeah.
When you do weave, so you're gonna treat it just the same. And then you also have your braids underneath there, so you have to make
I hate when I see a messed up weave. I'd be like, ooh, girl, do some of that. Let's fix it.
Yeah, you can't
fix it, Jesus.
You can't be having your hair looking like a doormat. You know what I'm saying?
Looking like a wash and go wig.
Oh my God, chia.
Oof.
You can't. So
okay, so we're not trying to offend anybody, but how do you choose a protective style? Because you've done a lot of protective styles. Name a few of them, and then let us know, how do you choose for a particular mood what protective style you want?
Well, right now I have knotless braids.
Knotless braids.
I like.
And explain that.
Knotless.
Because I don't know what that is.
Okay, knotless braids is a form of braiding hair to be tensionless.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like there's so much pullage when you do your hair. Like as soon as this is done, you know, it's not like box braids. Box braids is tight. The method is different. Please don't quote me. It's not knotless, and the box braid method is not the same. I can confirm that, but I'm not sure of how they do it. But all I can say is this: when you get box braids, they be so tight because of the tension in your hair. You can't put your hair right away with box braids. But with knotless braids, first of all, they feel light, and literally when I'm done, I could put it in a bun right away. I love knotless.
And you've done crocheting too. Explain crocheting.
I did crocheting. So basically what they do is they braid your hair in a pattern. It's similar like weave, but it's a crochet needle. So they slip the hair through, they do a tie and a loop, and that's how they do it. You could do it with human hair or with synthetic hair as well. Okay. I've done mine with human hair for a birthday in Vegas, for my 30th birthday.
Oh yeah?
In Vegas.
Yeah.
And it came out very pretty.
I will say though, that in Vegas, we shared a room, and obviously we shared a bathroom. Your crochet braid shedded a lot. Where she clogged up the shower.
I did.
I was like, ooh, you expect me to take a bath with all this water still stuck? Yeah. So your crochet braid, even though they were fire and they came out really nice, you clogged up that bathroom.
And I was
tight.
And honestly,
I was like, and I told her too, I was like, I need to take a bath before you, because this is not fair to me.
It wasn't.
We even had to call room service to be like, yo, unclog this drain.
And I'm not even gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that, because that was
the first time you did it. Yeah.
And then not only that,
and then it's good. I'm also gonna be posting pictures above of all of the styles that Simmie has tried on, like this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Oh, let's not forget this one. So as you can see,
I'm gonna have to name them.
She is, you're gonna have to name them. She is the protective style queen out here, you heard?
Protective style mommy, you already know.
Protective style mommy. We gotta trademark that mark for one of these chicks take it.
Don't take it.
All right,
I coined it first.
So how do you choose a protective style?
Listen, Instagram, okay?
Yeah?
I see things that I like.
Okay.
I like what I see. And I just be like, yo, I want to try this. That's where I'm at. I'll try any type of hairstyle first before I even try to rule it out. Because I'm going to be honest, when it came down to weave.
You're not a weave?
I was like, yo, I don't want to do weave.
You ain't into weave?
Because you know why? Weave looked like a helmet to me.
Not always. Because let me tell you, I've seen some good work.
Weave. And you know what? It depends on who is actually doing it.
It depends on who's doing it. Because you did a weave one year for your birthday, and it didn't look like a weave.
Nope.
It looked really good. It didn't look like a helmet. Everything was flat. You had a lot of volume.
Facts.
The hair quality was good. So it all depends on who's doing it and what quality the hair is and the quality of work of the specialist that's doing your hair.
Exactly. And I thought it was going to be painful. And it kind of is. When you first get it, it's very tight because you got to remember there's stitching and that's a lot of string that's being pulled and stuff like that. So your hair is being manipulated, but it's manipulated to tie in the actual tracks because you know when you get your hair, ladies, when you get your hair pulled,
Oop.
You know what I'm talking about.
And now
you don't want a track to slip.
Oop.
Okay? So with that being said, it has to be, you know, knitted down or threaded down accordingly. So none of your track. Sure, even if
What's been your favorite protective style?
Oh Lord.
Because you've done a lot.
My favorite.
You've done box braids. You've done knotless. You've done crochet. You've done weave. You've done braids. Braids is like when you do cornrows and stuff. That's a protective style.
I would have to say my knotless braids. You can never go wrong with knotless. They changed the game when they figured out how to do this better than box braids.
And you've been doing knotless for a while too. Your last few times that you've done a protective style has been knotless.
It's just been in different style, form, or different colors. So I really do.
My favorite was the honey blonde right up here. You're gonna see it right here.
Yeah, that one came out.
That was my
fire.
favorite. That honey blonde.
It came out fire. And also another thing too. The time is different than box braids. Knotless braids takes shorter time than actual box braids.
Good thing you said that because I was gonna ask you, how long does it normally take to do a protective style? Like how long have you waited to do your hair?
I'm gonna tell you a trick. Come here, guys. Just take off of work.
Oh.
Don't go to work.
Oh.
Just take the day off.
Hours?
This is a process. Yes, this is hours. It depends on what protective style you're doing.
Yeah.
Because
what's the longest you've waited? At a shop?
I would say box braids, like 4 to 6 hours. Box.
4 to 6 hours?
Box.
You just sitting there?
While they're doing my hair, yes.
Oh no.
4 to 6 hours.
You see, God knew why he made me a gentleman because I cannot be sitting down there for 4 to 6 hours. First of all, I can't even sit for an hour because I don't have a butt and I don't have any cushion back there. So me sitting for an hour just hurt.
Of course you take breaks.
So me, 4 to 6 hours. That's a long time, bro.
Of course you take breaks.
Okay.
Of course you take breaks. Nobody ever just...
Can I get a snack, some food? Can I get some Uber Eats at least?
Pre-COVID, I was eating during my hair getting done.
Okay.
Of course, drinking water, all of that good stuff. Because, you know, it...
And then the bathroom? What do you gotta poop?
No, you get up and go... Oh, my
I
Lord.
can't even poop in public places. What if I gotta poop?
You do get up and go to the bathroom, guys. Like, but you do take breaks. But, see, knotless cuts down that time by more than a half.
Okay.
Because now I sit like...
So how long did this take you?
This took me like 2.5, 3 hours.
That's still a long time.
Actually, from the first time... Did she do...
Still a long time.
Honestly, it went by fast. I didn't even know.
Okay.
Once she finished, I was like, oh, okay.
Well, you're right. If you're working with someone who knows how to hold a conversation and, you know, they're just vibing.
Watching a lot of YouTubes and Netflix and all of that and catching up on good stuff and having different deep types of conversation and just the time goes by. Because by the time I looked up, she was like parting the last 2 braids and I was like, yo, Stacy, you done? She was like, yeah.
What's the pain level for doing a protective style?
It depends on what protective style you're doing. Like I said,
What's the most painful?
Box braids.
Because they're just pulling on it.
You're just pulling on it, bro. I did not like box braids, especially when you go uptown to the Africans, they snatch, and you have to tell them to part your edges out. Because they braid so tight, they can snatch your edges. It's not.
They do braid really tight.
They braid really tight.
Because I usually do, when I be doing my 2 little braids.
Right.
I usually go to the Africans, and they be giving you like a facelift. How tight they be.
Like, yo.
But hold on, can you relax? Maybe that's why I've always scared of doing braids, because I'm like, that's when I notice the breakage. Mm-hmm. Have you noticed any breakage when you've ever worn a protective style?
I would say when I did box braids, I noticed a lot of breakage. But like I said again, it's because they're braiding the hair too tight. Yeah. And even if you tell them to loosen up, it's still too tight. Like, box braids for me was like he said, like a facelift. For me, it was like, what is that called? Botox to my forehead, because I couldn't even go like this afterwards.
You had no emotions?
Like, I had no emotions. Like, my eyes was like this. Like, and I'm not even trying to exaggerate it. Like, it was brutal. That's why I hate it. I'm not going to lie. When I used to get box braids, that's pretty much what made me stop.
Ooh, I dropped my phone.
It's okay. But that's what made me stop really wanting to get...
Please hold. No, you can keep talking.
Oh, that made me want to stop getting protective styles. I'm gonna keep it a G with you guys. It was the box braids. I was like, I can't do this. The fact that I couldn't even I would have to wait days to put my hair up. Do you understand what that feels like? Yeah, because it would be so...
It would be like so irritating?
It'd be so tight, so irritating, and then you get these little bumps on the side of your head because it's pulled so tight.
Why would you want to do that style then?
You see why I stopped doing protective styles for a minute, and then the game changer came, and it was knotless.
Knotless is the way to go.
And knotless is tensionless, because literally, as soon as you're done, you can put your hair up in any type of style that you want to. You don't even feel it.
Yeah, and you like doing buns. I love when you do this 2 little flequitos down, a half up, half down.
I love this.
Man cute.
And it's so versatile, and it just flows. It really just flows. It's tensionless. Like, overall, this is like my best style.
Your favorite?
Yes,
that's your favorite protective style? Okay. What's the takedown process like?
I gotta mentally prepare for this.
It's like a wash day? You gotta mentally prepare?
It is like a wash day. Honestly, y'all wanna know something? My mother helps me sometimes.
Oh, shoot.
You know what? Because I got medium braids in,
Well, you have a lot of braids.
Yeah. But you know what I do? I separate them into sections.
Yeah, you have a lot of them.
Yeah. These are medium size, by the way, because it depends on what size you get.
Medium?
Yeah, because I only get medium braids or schmedium braids. That's small medium. That's in between. No, that's really...
Schmedium. Let me get the schmedium braids, please.
I'd be like, because they'll ask. They'll be like, what size do you want? Do you want small? Do you want extra small? Do you want schmedium? Do you want medium? Or do you want large?
I'm assuming extra small would take longer because they're doing like smaller braids.
That's a whole... More power to you if you get them, because I would never.
It's like an 8-hour shift.
And then they ask you for the length, and some girls do what is that? They do to like the shoulder strap, the bra strap. They'll do even longer to like waist length. I've had braids waist length, and now the newest style is literally way down your back to buff length. Okay. A lot of girls do buff.
So for something like this, what would be the takedown process?
Oh, takedown process. First of all, I get a scissor. Okay.
Oh. And aren't you scared that you're gonna cut your own hair?
No, because you can actually see where. Well, for me, I can see where my hair
ends,
and I just clip, and then they unravel, and then I just take them out.
Oh, you brave. You better than me. I'll be scared. I'll be like, oh.
No, I've done this long enough, so I'm pretty much an OG with it. It doesn't faze me. Like, and then let me tell you something.
Because me looking at it right now, I can't see where your hair ends.
Well, right here, if you look, this is it. See what I'm saying? So I'll cut like maybe about here just to be sure. Like, I'll cut a little bit further down just to be... You see what I'm saying? Because you see where the curly is? I'll cut just a little bit down.
Can you not just take it down from the top?
No. Because you have to unravel it from the bottom.
Okay.
So, yeah. I would definitely do it this way.
Is it like the same with box braids?
Yeah, you would cut, and then you would unravel and take it out. It's the same way.
Because your hair is braided with this hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
My hair is braided with this hair. It depends. You could do knotless braids in multiple ways. I've seen people actually braid them into smaller like box braids and then crochet them, like take the crochet needle and then braid them down.
How long would you say it takes you to take it out?
About an hour, because I'm pretty fast with it. Like I don't play no games. When I'm ready to take it out, I'm ready to take it out. I just want to hurry up, get through it or whatever. And like I said, the only, what was my hardest style to take out? For me, it would have to be faux locks.
Faux locks. You know, I've been thinking about doing faux locks for the longest time.
You should.
But I'm like, I don't know, I'm gonna look funny. And now with this undercut growth.
Yeah.
So for you guys that are new to my channel, I've been growing out my undercut, and right now we look at broke bust that can't be trusted. She is thick. She is looking crazy. And I'm gonna have to come up with ways of how to hide it, and one of them might be
faux locks.
Faux locks.
Honestly,
or something, or like, I don't know, crochet. I don't know.
They might be able to actually catch it.
I feel like I would look funny.
No, I think you should try it. Why
Right.
not? Give it a try. They do look bomb. Because I did wear them last year for my birthday. They do. Remember I was calling myself Goldilocks?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because I had like this golden blonde type of color. So, basically, those were to me, those were difficult to take out. Just for me, because personally, that was my first time doing it. So, and I had to contact the stylist. She sent me a YouTube on how to do it. And it's just a lot of like unraveling. And then, because they're basically what their method is that they braid a braid. And then what they do is take the crochet needle and then they wrap it around the crochet needle and make loops and then wrap it around all the way till it's down to its bottom. I don't know if she burned it or clipped it, but she did something where it doesn't unravel.
How much would something like this cost you?
What, this? I put a deposit down. So
how much?
A deposit to book it was like $50, but but
and that goes towards the style.
Yeah, that goes towards the style.
So then the full cost was.
The full cost was like $200.
$200. Okay.
$200 for
this.
Yeah.
What's the most you've ever paid for a protective style, and what was the protective style?
Most I ever paid, I would say weave. The only reason why I would say weave is because you have to buy the hair.
Hair is expensive.
Hair is expensive.
Good hair, at least.
Yeah, good hair is very expensive. Catch your bundles when they're on sale. That's one thing I will say, because an average weave can take about 3 bundles, 2.5, 3 bundles, depending on how big your head is. I'm gonna keep it real. Because it's all about your head size.
For you big-headed bitch.
I'm not gonna lie. It depends on how big your head is. No disrespect, respectfully. I mean, it depends on how big your head is. Yeah. And also how much leave out you're gonna put.
Okay.
Because with weave, you do leave out. You leave out, if you don't want it.
So it look more natural.
Right. Or you can get a closure too, but it's not always common people get closures.
What's the most you paid for a weave? Oop. Where the money resides.
Where the money resides. Where the money resides.
How much? Hello?
Like a good $550, $600.
Wow, $550?
All right,
was that one for your birthday?
Yeah.
You looked good though.
I ain't gonna lie.
Listen,
and
I'm the type of person.
I had my weave for 2 months.
Wow, that's good.
Cause you know what? I'll say this. I dyed it.
Okay.
It wasn't an original color.
But still, regardless, like if I'm the type of person, if you see the results from something, you can't put a price point on that, bro.
No, you really can't. And honestly, I like expensive things. I work hard, so why not treat myself?
Expensive.
And when it comes to my hair, there's no amount of measure or length I will do to make sure my hair is good.
And 2 months is a good turnaround time.
And 2 months is a good turnaround time.
I'm assuming.
It is, because like I said, I did this thing as I like to call weave maintenance. I literally went every 2 to 3 weeks to my hairstylist. She would wash my weave, blow dry my weave. We would do the roller set to it. I would sit under the dry just like I would normally do a wash and set. She conditioned it as well too.
Okay.
She would tighten it up if it needed to be tightened in certain areas. She would straighten, flat iron and straighten it, wrap it up, and then I was out the door. So that's why I'm saying it was literally worth the full 2 months. I've heard women leave their weaves in longer than that, honestly.
Oh yeah, there's videos on YouTube all the time that you see people leave it for like 6 months, almost a year, and then you see all that nasty gunky mold and build up.
But see, that's why I'm saying it's very important for you to do a lot of hair maintenance. If you're gonna be doing that, then
all of that, you
have to make sure you do hair weave maintenance, as I like to call it. You have to make sure, because your stylist is going to be able to get all of that stuff.
What's the least you've ever paid?
Probably like $150, $125.
And what kind of style was that?
It was probably like box braids.
Okay.
But the time was longer. And this was times where before all of this stuff got really popping. That's what I'm talking about. We talking about before I'm not going to say my age, but we talking about way pre-COVID.
I'll say my age, my time. She's younger than me. It's fine.
This is before.
You gotta keep young people around you so you can feel young and stay, alive.
But this is before pre-COVID. This is where you would like go up to Harlem or something like that, and you would see them on the street, hair braided, $99.
Okay.
$125, $150, and that's even including with the packs of hair. So I'm just keeping it a G. But I'm not gonna lie. Knotless is a different belly of the beast.
Yeah.
So that's why it definitely costs more. And then also, I'm not gonna lie. I researched
Did you have to provide the hair?
Yeah, I did provide. Because I'm picky. I like colors. As you guys can see, this is ombre hair.
Yeah.
So I like colors. I don't go for the basic 1B, 1C.
I loved the purple you did. The purple was fire.
The purple was fire.
This is cute, but it's not the purple. The purple was fire.
The purple was fire. That was Javiana twist. Those was, oh my God. And they were jumbo Javiana. Yo. And purple's my favorite color. Oh my God. I wore purple for
I'll link it right here. Look at the photo.
I wore purple for a full week straight. I was stunting on people. You couldn't tell me nothing. Play Kanye, okay? You really couldn't, because that was the first time I ever did Javiana twist. Shout out to my stylist, Stacy. She also did this style as well too. She killed
How long
it.
have you been going to your stylist?
Honestly, it's only been twice with her.
Oh, really? Twice? Because I was going to just ask you right now, like,
But
what advice do you have for someone seeking out a stylist to do a protective style?
Honestly, I found her off of Instagram.
Okay.
I do a lot of research. I think about location because I don't like to travel far.
Okay.
Like, I don't mind taking the day off of work, but I'm not traveling all the way to West Bubble to get my hair done. I said, no. Also, I like a stylist that is very versatile. You can do knotless, you can do passion twist, you can do faux locks, you can do this, you can do that. Because one thing I do not like, and one thing I'm very...
You like switching it up?
I like switching it up, but one thing I'm very, very, very serious about, I don't like a lot of people in my head. It's not a good thing to have to constantly switch multiple.
I've had the same barber for 15 years.
You see what I'm saying? It's
you gotta protect your energy, and a lot of your energy comes through your head.
A lot of your...
We're very spiritual.
Yeah. A lot of your energy does come through. Honestly, I'm spiritual to the point where I actually smudge my hair with sage every week.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Oh, wow.
Because you can carry the energy within your hair. And if you ask any type of spiritualist, they'll tell you to smudge your wigs, because some people use the wigs to protect them from getting any type of, spiritual attack. So it's very imperative that you do smudge your wigs, because you can carry this energy in it. If it can absorb a whole bunch of water, what else you think it could absorb too? Let's be clear. So I do smudge my wigs. My protective styles do be smelling like sage every now and then. I could care less what anybody else says, because at least I know it.
Get that bad juju out.
Get the bad juju out. My mindset is good. I got clarity, okay?
We got clarity. Okay, so last question. What are some cons about protective styles from your experience?
What are some cons? They itch.
That project pad.
They itch. And you ever had an itch that you can't even get to? Like, can we really, like, and mind you, I have nails. I be trying to get all
Show off the nails, show off the nails. Get closer, get closer. Oh.
Hey. Shout out to my nail tech, Wanda. But nah, like, you ever had an itch that you really can't really get to? Bruh. Bruh, like no matter how much you go, and then you gotta worry about that because if you itch too hard, you could make yourself bleed and cause a scab. And weaves. That's why they got a weave itching comb for that.
Oh,
where it could go that can go in between your braids and really get that. Because I'm gonna tell you something. That it's only so much patting you can do, and then you patting too much, you get a damn headache. All right. So that
you out here beating yourself,
bruh. So that is one of my major cons is the fact that it itches, and then you get to an itch that you can't even scratch. And then when you scratch it too hard, you might cause a scab. You might make yourself bleed. Then it causes a scab.
I've done that before.
Me too.
Where I'm like, I have right here. This is my danger spot of itch. I don't know why, but it's been like that for years. And sometimes I'm just like, to the point where I get like a little scab and I'm like, oh shit, I made myself bleed.
And sometimes you don't even know that you even have a scab until you, guess what you do? Put some product in there and then you like, oh, why does this burn?
When you wash your hair.
Oh Lord, and then it's like, oh no. Oh no. Oh, that is such the worst.
What are some other cons?
Oh, damn. Because I really like getting up, not having to do my hair.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. What are some other cons of a protective style? Oh, detangling.
After you take it out or before?
Hell yeah, after you take it out. Because like you said, the shedding part. Because remember, this is synthetic hair. Your hair is in an entanglement with it. So for me, you have to have either a really good detangler or a really good pre-poo, and you have to really saturate your hair in it.
So you put product in your hair to take down the protective style?
After I so I take it out, right?
Maybe that's where I was messing up, that I wasn't doing that.
I would honestly say that's most likely where you do it, because I even saw on a YouTube video to put like some water and conditioner in like a spray bottle, spray it up,
and then just take it out.
And take it out, because it makes the detangling process even more smoother once it's really out of your hair. Once you get all the synthetic, and then you got to comb it out. So that's one thing I will say is another con is the detangling process, because the longer you leave it in, the harder it is going to be to detangle.
What's the shedding process like? Because you're leaving your protective styles from anywhere from 5 to 6 weeks. So, you shed at least 100 to 150 strands per day.
It's more than that. And honestly,
you don't ever get scared?
No. Because I've been doing this
I'll be
for
like,
so long.
oh my God, what is all this?
Listen, I'm so norm to it at
Bitch,
this
I be
point.
wearing braids for like a week or two, and I already see the shit. I'm like,
he freaks out. Like within, I think he'd be like within 2 weeks, he'd be like, all right, I'm taking it. Before 2 weeks, I'd be like, yo, bro, you only had it in for like a week or so. What are you doing? He's like, no, I gotta get ready to take it out.
I cried one time in the shower after taking out braids.
Was that the time?
And I see mass shedding, and I'm just like.
And I really had to explain to him. Like,
but remember, I had cancer before, so that's like triggering to me.
Yeah.
Like going like this with hair, that's a trigger. It's a trigger.
Listen, I am so used to it at this point, it just really does not bother me. Plus, my idea of hair for me is it's an accessory. It will grow back. All I really care about is being healthy afterwards, to keep it a buck. One thing I do after taking out my protective style, honestly, after I do the detangling process, after I do the wash and drying process, is basically I go and get my hair trimmed.
Okay.
I definitely go and get my hair.
It's like so it's not like a normal wash day. You're going to, well, when you take it down, are you saying like when you take it down that same day you go and get a trim, or like you're going like
within a couple of weeks from taking it down?
Okay.
Like maybe a week or two after.
To prep you for the next time?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, my hairstylist Stacy, who I'm going to stay with because she's so versatile and she's convenient and I love her dearly. Basically, when I went and got my Javiana twist with her, which is the purple twist.
That sounds so exotic.
I know, right?
I'm gonna go get my Javiana twist.
When I went to her, I didn't have a trim. And then when she saw, like, my hair was long. I'm talking about really long. But when she literally took my hair and went up like this, she's like, look at all the ends that you have to cut. No. So when she told me straight up, girlfriend, before you come back here, make sure you go and get a trim.
Okay.
So I had no choice. But by the time I went and got my trim and came back to her to get my hair braided into this, it was already long again.
Okay.
It was already back to the same length. So that's why I said I don't even trip when I gotta get it. When they be like, oh, I need a trim or I need to chop like 4 inches, I'll be like, go ahead, do your thing. Because it'll be, to me, I'm so used to it. I've been natural since 89. So for me, hair is an accessory. I don't bother with it. Listen, I did the Amber Rose before Amber Rose was popping, okay? I got pictures to prove it. So with that being said, hair has always been an accessory to me. I don't get upset with the chopping or the cutting. So this is the thing. It doesn't bother me.
You know my mother, she's a Dominican hairstylist. And everybody knows, for the most part, Dominican hairstylists are scissor friendly. So that's another trigger for me.
They scissor happy.
I'm like, cut just a little tip. Let me see what you're cutting. Let me see.
I've seen him argue with his mother about cutting his hair.
Yes, because Dominican stylists are very scissor friendly.
They be like, cut it.
That's one thing I like about Vicky. Like Vicky, she'll be like, oh, how much do you want to cut? She'll tell you what you need to cut and how much you want to cut. And then she'll find a balance for you. And then she's also showing you beforehand. My mother just be like, oh, well, this is what you need to cut. Ha!
Listen.
I'm like, oh. There was one time, though, that I just let her chop. I was like, do what you got to do. Because I did have a lot of damage from that bleach. I was like, just do what you got to do. And we'll figure it out later.
And you want your hair to be healthy regardless. And cutting your hair makes your hair, it promotes healthy growth. So that's another reason why I don't really be caring. Like, the same way. My stylists in the past, because I've had a few. There was some I stayed loyal to for years, and there was, you go through phases just like you phase out friends and things like that.
I can't relate, sis.
He can't, because guys, they're just loyal to their barbers. That's
I have trust issues.
But some people, don't. Some people.
First of all, my barber is popping, and why would I leave somebody that's popping? And also, whenever he's on vacation and I've gone to other people, they've messed up my hairline and I'll be like, damn, I should have just waited.
For me, it's like a trial and error. Don't get it twisted. When I do find the correct stylist, I do stay with them. Because honestly, when I first started, I had my aunt was my hairstylist. She really was my hairstylist all the way up until I went to like maybe borderline getting ready to go to college. So with that being said, and she got out the game, she retired. I totally understood that. I respect that. So then I had to find.
I don't think my mother's ever gonna retire. I don't think so. She'll probably work less days, but she's never gonna retire.
Listen,
she's a workaholic.
You got her at the fingertips, Poppy. That's different. So anyway, I had to go on a journey, and I had to find somebody else, and I did find somebody else reliable, but the relationship got severed. You move on, because honestly, my thing is, I like to change up my hair so much. So if you're not as versatile as a stylist as I need you to be, I'm sorry. And then another thing too, don't ever think that you can outdo somebody else, or don't get too cocky with it, because there's plenty of other stylists out there. I will try somebody else to find the right person and then stick with them.
Yeah.
So if you're a person who's constantly canceling my appointments and doing things like that, then I have to go on, because it's only so many times you can cancel my appointment, and that's no shade, but it's only so many times, because at the end of the day, I'm paying for a service. And if I'm taking off of work to get my hair done, or I'm taking time, leaving my job early.
I'm just doing the faces because I know the person she's talking about, so we ain't gonna get into that. But anyway,
no shade.
So Simmie,
it's about professionalism. At the end of the day, it's just about professionalism. So with that being said, and then like I said, during the pandemic, the girl who I thought I was gonna stay with to do my protective style, because she was very versatile. I loved her. The thing was, I couldn't even blame her. She was very afraid of catching COVID. So she did not want to proceed and move on. And how can I say, you know what I'm saying? How can I be insensitive to that?
Yeah.
I really couldn't. As a person who works in a hospital, I really could not be insensitive to that. So I totally understand. And honestly, I was her last client before she fully shut down for COVID. So I was grateful that she even squeezed me in to do my hair. And then I left my hair in the protective style for as long as I could. I took it out, started doing my own hair. And then from there, once stuff opened back up, I was on the hunt to finding a hairstylist that I'm gonna stay loyal to. And I found one.
Sorry.
And I like her.
Kind of look dark for a second.
I know, right? I like her and I love her. She's in Brooklyn. So.
All right, so.
That's who I'm gonna stay with.
Simmie, this is the end of the video. Thank you for being a part of this journey once again. Where can my followers and subscribers find you at?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram. It's from Simmie with Love. That's FRMSIMM. From Simmie.
This is me trying to be like, I'm posting it right here.
With love. And it's not LOV, it's LUV. Okay? If you ever need some consultation, you can hit me up for business consultation. I give really good advice. And
Tell them what you do.
And some coaching too. I'll get your life together. Come holler at me. My rates is very affordable. You better get me while I can before the prices go up. Okay? Just letting you know now. Reach out. Hit that hotline bling. Oh, sorry.
I cannot. All right, guys. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, follow me on Instagram at The Curl Poppy, because you already know we be posting some flaky pics out here.
Sure do.
And until next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, boo-boo.
You're welcome.